Full Velocity TV begins now.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Full Velocity Racing Network here tonight at the Lanier International Speedway, where we have the Addicts Dirt Pro Late Model Series. On the mic tonight, I am Rage and Ron Piles, and we will have Jack Truman running the cams tonight, so he's going to run the controls and let us continue through the night here. As we're going to get started here tonight, qualifying right now, been underway here, just about to come to a close, and we're going to kick off into heat racing here at the Addicts Pro Dirt Late Model Tour. Ethan Stuckwich posting quick time tonight with a 13.967, and Sherman Underwood not letting him get too far out there with a 13.989. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and roll through heat race number 1 lineup here. And starting on the pole, like I said, is going to be Ethan Stuckwich in the number 33. His dancing partner to the outside is going to be the number 18 of Joshua Hessen. Starting inside row number 2 is going to be the number 1 of Chris Miller. To his outside in the 4th starting position will be Andrew Hawkins in the number 224. Starting inside row number 3 in the 5th position is going to be number 269 of James Grace. His dancing partner to the outside, starting in the 6th position, will be the number 772 of Brett Bultman. Probably butchered that one, but we'll get that corrected here in the future. And anyways, moving on now. Starting inside row number 4 in the 7th position is going to be the 31 machine of Pete Kiley. And his dancing partner to the outside, starting 8th, will be the number 61 of Terry Landis. Bringing up the last and final starting spot in heat number 1, starting 9th, will be the number 13 of Brett Rolls, and I believe he is not going to make the grid for this one. But we will see about that here shortly. It looks like they're going to be rolling around here. One more pace lap to green. Some exciting racing going to happen here tonight in the Pro Dirt Late Models at the International Speedway. Definitely going to be a great one here tonight to see. So we roll around here side by side, nose to tail, getting ready to start this one and bring it to green. I want to thank Addicts for putting on this show and allowing us to come out here and announce this for them tonight. They've been out of attendance there for, I believe, a week or two here, and finally back in action. And what a great car count for coming back around here. A lot of these guys wanting to get back in these Pro Late Models. We're going to bring it down to green flag racing, and the 33 machine going to kick off to a great starting lead here. 33 Ethan Stuckwich out to an early lead, going to start trying to gap this out between him and the 18 machine of Joshua Hessen. Top 3, it looks like, are going to transfer from this into the A feature directly, so we're going to see exactly how it's going to go. We got a battle for second right now between the 18 of Joshua Hessen and the 1 of Chris Miller. Chris Miller down to the low side, the 18 machine of Hessen to the high side, kind of in the middle part of the track. So we're going to see how that plays out here for those drivers. Is good battle going on there, as well as the 269 and the 224 going to battle behind him with James Grace and the 269 and the 224 of Andrew Hawkins to the bottom. Definitely having a good battle going on right now. They're trying to actually work on that second spot. This battle 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th place positions right here, all going at it. Throw a blanket over them. 2nd place is up for grabs between these 4 drivers. Looks like the 18 of Hessen is going to pull away from these guys, and this is going to go 3 wide for 3rd right now. Battle for 3rd and 4th positions here is the 269 machine's going to get in the wall a little bit, so tough break for James Grace there. He's going to get in the wall now. He's going to have to run back down the 224, but getting back to the outside of the 1 machine of Chris Miller was not a challenge for him. He's running right up with him, so battle right now currently for that 5th position of Miller and 4th position of Miller and the 269 of James Grace. The transfer spot battle kind of faded for the moment, but definitely some good racing here between the 1 and the 269 as they're battling for that 4th spot, just right outside looking in here. So 2 to go here on this heat race. So as we're running through this heat race, time and laps are ticking off on these guys, and white flag for your leader Ethan Stuckwich, who has definitely gapped his way out there about a second and a half, almost a second and a half right now, over second place Joshua Hessen. And coming up to the checkered flag, Ethan Stuckwich going to be your heat race number 1 winner, with Joshua Hessen second, and your third and final transfer spot going to Andrew Hawkins. Chris Miller bringing up fourth, and fifth going to James Grace. That is your top 5 for heat number 1. So definitely a lot of good racing so far. The grooves are there here at this Lanier International Speedway early on. As we roll through these heat races, heat number 2 going to be on the board. We got 3 heat races on the docket. They are 8 laps, and the top 3 are advancing. So we're going to get ready to go through your heat number 2 grid here. And starting on the pole is going to be the number 46 of Sherman Underwood. To his outside, starting in the second position, will be the number 75 of Benji Killian. Inside row number 2, starting in the third position, will be the 17 machine of Justin Sick. And to his outside will be the number 022 of JD Sass, starting fourth. Starting inside row number 3 in the fifth position will be the number 3 of Dylan Hutchison. Starting to his outside in the sixth position will be the number 027 of Bo DeYoung. Starting inside row number 4 in the seventh position is the number 23 of Jonathan Smith. Starting to his outside row number 4 will be the number 12 of Adam Stevens. And bringing up the ninth and final starting spot in heat number 2 will be the 127 of Terry Joyner. So scary Terry Joyner starting in the back of this field, so maybe you can scare these guys off up front and scare him out of his way. But anyways, we are 1 to green here, so we're ready to go green flag racing here. Heat number 2 on the board. The 46 machine of Sherman Underwood to bring him down. Green flag is out off of turn number 4. Underwood gets a good jump. Jumps out there in front of the field there, gets ahead of the 75 machine. Benji Killian, and we are side by side racing down the backstretch into turn number 3. The 17 machine of Justin Sick to the bottom, the 75 of Killian to the top side of the racetrack. Justin Sick has the advantage on the bottom for the time being. Killian gonna bring it around the top, see if he can get around on him. Justin Sick says no way. He's gonna close the door. Justin Sick the second, he's gonna close that door and secure that second position. The 75 machine of Killian gonna secure third for now. We're gonna get back here and watch this transfer spot, see if so what happens back here, see if we get any changes here. As the 3 machine now is gonna work under the 75, so Dylan Hutchison trying to take away third. Dylan Hutchison on the bottom, Killian on the top, Hutchison to the bottom, still door to door down the straightaway. Into turn number 1 and 2, you're gonna have Hutchison to the bottom still, Killian to the top. Hutchison had somewhat of a slight advantage, but Killian's gonna say this is mine. There's a half slider move down to the corner, and the 75 of Killian is going to hang on to third right now, so Killian going to hang on to that third spot. Hutchison to fourth, outside looking in. Hutchison, another dive ball move to the bottom there, another dive into the corner. Again, going to drive in too hard. The 75 machine's going to pull off on the top side of the speedway, and he's going to hold on to that third spot. Number 3 of Dylan Hutchison still trying to make that move on the bottom, though. Just quite isn't there. Momentum not there, moisture not there. Looks like he's trying to run through the slick a little bit. It's ever rotating the car and allowing the 75 of Killian to get away, but the 3 machine of Hutchison not giving up yet. The 022 of JD Sass is right there too, outside looking in. Just waiting to see if one of these guys makes a mistake trying to get up there. Sass is on the outside, Hutchison to the bottom, so same situation between Hutchison and Sass as there was with Hutchison and Killian. So we'll see if Sass can get around the 3 machine of Hutchison here before this one's ever. We're at the white flag lap here. Your leader going to cross the stripe, and the winner of heat number 2 is going to be Sherman Underwood. Justin Sick is going to take home second, and Benji Killian is going to be your third and final transfer out of heat number 2. Another great heat race in the books here. I don't think that we will have to send anybody home in this one. So we will see what happens. I think we might be running through the super races here just to see where everybody is going to start in the A main here coming up in just a little bit. But heat number 3 is on the speedway and get ready to roll off the starting grid here, so we'll go ahead and get on through that list. Derek Dryman going to start on the pole in the number 444 machine. To his outside, starting second will be the number 331 of Dustin Hall. Starting third will be the 24 of Troy Stuckwich. Starting to his outside in the fourth position will be the number 8 of Brian Lambert. Starting fifth will be the number 714 of Brennan Lacey. To his outside, starting in sixth will be the 00 of Scotty Grabinski. Starting in row number 4 on the inside will be the number 69 of Jonathan May. And his dancing partner in the last and final starting spot on this field of heat number 3 will be the number 45 of Brandon Igo. So field's working their way down the backstretch right now, going into turn number 3. We'll be getting ready to take the green flag here. The iRacing.com official pace truck should be about to dive off the racetrack. We are green flag racing, and Dustin Hall is going to lead us off down into turn number 1, but it looks like we're going to have another driver end up actually diving out to the lead, so looks like maybe the 24 Troy Stuckwich going to lead us down into turns 1 and 2, down to 3 and 4. And it looks like we have a little contact between the 714 and the 8 machine. So Brendan Lacey and Brian Lambert going to get a little contact there, but everybody able to keep it clean and green, and we are still racing here at the Lanier National Speedway. The 24 machine of Troy Stuckwich out to an early lead here, as we have just about 6 laps to go here. Make that 5 now as they cross the stripe this time by Troy Stuckwich, your current race leader. Good battle for fourth place right now between Brendan Lacey and Dustin Hall as they're side by side working their way into turn number 3. And the double or not machine is about to fall into the clutches of them, and it's about to be a 3-way battle for third. The 24 machine of Stuckwich still out front. Going to be hanging on to this one here as we're running laps and getting this thing down and dirty here and getting everything complete here as we get through the races tonight here at Lanier. 24 machine of Troy Stuckwich has a commanding lead though. It's like a second and a half, almost 2 seconds right now, as we got a 3-way battle in the back for third right now between the 00 of Scotty Grabanski, Dustin Hall, and Brendan Lacey. We're going to have 2 to go this time by for your leader as he crosses the stripe. Troy Stuckwich down the back straightaway. On the front stretch, 2 to go. Still a commanding lead. Troy Stuckwich down the back straightaway, coming to the white flag this time by not a whole lot of positions changing on the racetrack, but we're going to have heavy contact off of turn number 4 coming to the white flag. It looks like the 331 machine of Dustin Hall is going to grab and wrap up on that inside wall coming off of 4. Surprisingly, he's able to keep going. Looked like he took a heck of a ride as the 24 Troy Stuckwich takes the checkered flag on heat race number 3. Brian Lambert is going to come home second. Third's going to go to Scotty Grabanski. Fourth, the Brendan Lacey, the 714 machine of Brendan Lacey, and fifth goes to Dustin Hall. 6 to actually, yep. That's how it's going to go. So we're going to run into the C main here. So C main's coming up. So I think they're going to end up taking. It says taking top 4 to the B main. So we'll see how many drivers are going to start this one. So it looks like we may be sending a few drivers home tonight. Let me see here exactly, get my grid up. We'll go through this here real quick. There are 10 drivers starting this C main, so we will be sending 2 drivers home. 8, 9. No, actually take that back. We will be sending 6 drivers home out of this B main, or C main, excuse me, as we get rolling through this one. So we will go ahead and start going through our grid here for this 12 lap C main. Looks like they're going to have 5 cars here gridding. Let's see. So there are 5 cars going home. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're going to have 5 cars on the track. So looks like we're going to send 1 car home out of this, which wouldn't make sense to me because I think we're missing quite a few. But iRacing will do as it does, and we run through the grid here real quick for the C main. So starting on the pole is going to be the 027 of Bode Young. Starting second will be the 444 of Derek Dryman. Starting third will be Pete Kiley. Starting fourth will be Jonathan Smith. Starting fifth will be Jonathan May. Sixth will be Terry Landis in the 61. Seventh will be the 12 machine of Adam Stevens. Eighth will be Brandon Igo in the 45. Ninth will be Brett Rolls in the 13 if he's here. And 10th will be the Scary Terry 127. As they take the green flag going down to 1 and 2, we're going to have the 027 machine of Bode Young out to an early lead over Pete Kiley, Jonathan Smith, Terry Landis, and Adam Stevens. Your current top 5. Now, once again, top 4 going from this B main, or from the C main to the B main in this. So as we make our way around the track here with everybody, gonna have one heck of a show here as far as the race is going, as we got a battle right now between the 23 machine and the 027 of Bode Young. These guys putting on a great show up front here. 23 machine of Jonathan Smith to the outside, De Young on the bottom. Let's see if there's any moisture down there for him to grab and get moving here as they make their way around this track. Gonna have We're on lap 4 of 12 right now, so coming to lap 5 this time by the stripe. This time is going to be Jonathan Smith at the line over DeYoung. DeYoung trying everything he can on the bottom, trying to get by the 23 machine of Smith. Smith on the top side of the racetrack using that cushion to his advantage. Gets one heck of a run off of 4 down the front straightaway. Smith going to extend his lead a little bit by about a quarter of a second. Each corner seeming like it's slightly different, but the top side of the racetrack definitely prevailing right now, with Smith dominating on the top side. He's stretched his lead out to almost half a second right now. So Bo DeYoung gonna have to try something different here to make up some of this ground and see if he can do anything with them, as we're halfway. We have 5 laps to go for your leader, Jonathan Smith. Jonathan Smith has 5 laps to go. Jonathan Smith coming through turns 3 and 4. Coming to 4 to go this time by the stripe for your leader, Jonathan Smith. About 0.3 of a second over Bo DeYoung right now. Working back out to about half a second here. Bo DeYoung's gearing or something there, just his line or his throttle control is not working for him as they're working around this Lanier National Speedway. Your leader, Jonathan Smith, coming to the stripe this time by, will be 2 to go. We'll have 2 to go for your leader, Jonathan Smith. Everybody pretty much looks like they're single file out through the field here. Current running order, Jonathan Smith in first, Bo DeYoung second, Pete Kiley in third, Terry Landis fourth, and Adam Stevens fifth. Not a whole lot of jostling for positions here as the 23 machine of Jonathan Smith gets the white flag. We have 1 to go as he's getting ready to work his way down into turns number 3 and 4. Bo DeYoung, one last chance to get the lead from him. Throws it in deep, does not have anything for him. The 23 of Jonathan Smith picking up C-Main win. And that's going to allow Jonathan Smith, Bo DeYoung, Pete Kiley, Terry Landis to move into the B main. So they will bring up the back of the B main. We will move into your B main starting lineup here in just a moment. It is 12 laps, 11 drivers going from the B main to the A feature. So I believe everybody here should make it from this one into the A main. It looks like we have 11 starters. So we will be doing position battling here in B main racing. So starting on the pole, we'll have the number 1 of Chris Miller. Starting to his outside in the second position will be the number 3 of Dylan Hutchison. Starting inside row number 2 in the third position will be the number 714 of Brennan Lacey. And to his outside, row number 2, starting in the fourth position will be the 269 of James Grace. Starting fifth will be the number 022 of JD Sass. Starting sixth and to his outside will be the number 331 of Dustin Hall. Starting in the seventh position will be the number 772 of Brett Builderman. Starting out to his outside in the eighth position will be the number 23 of Jonathan Smith. Starting in row number 5 on the inside will be in the ninth position will be the number 027 of Bo DeYoung. Starting in the 10th position will be the 31 of Pete Kiley. And the last and final starter on this field will be the number 61 of Terry Landis. The field coming around this Lanier International Speedway. B main racing about to go down as they come down the back straightaway. All 11 drivers in this feature will move on to the A main. 12 laps the distance to decide where they will start. Who is it going to be? Who's going to win this B main? Who's going to take that mid-grid starting spot? Is the one machine of Chris Miller gets one heck of a run on the start of this one. He jumps out to a really early commanding lead. Chris Miller, 34 car lengths already down the backstretch. Chris Miller proving that he belongs in the middle of the field so he can work his way up, looking for that great starting spot here in this A main that's coming up. The one machine of Chris Miller running the high side up against the cushion, down the back straightaway, going into turn number 3. Still got about 2 to 3 car lengths, but look out now because the 022 of JD Sass is working the bottom, and he is trying to close the gap as the 3 machines have to back out a little bit. Dylan Hutchison getting a little bit crossed up, trying to run 3 wide for second right now. Good battle going on between Brennan Lacey, JD Sass, and Dylan Hutchison. They are 3 wide, working it through turns 3 and 4 down the front straightaway. 714 machine of Brennan Lacey to the top side, Dylan Hutchison in the bottom there, and JD Sass is currently around in the middle. JD Sass trying to work the middle being a little slicker right now. I'm kind of surprised he was holding it there, but he's going to battle back with Hutchison to try and run the bottom through the entrance. But we also have a 3-way battle behind them as well between the 269 of James Grace, Jonathan Smith on the 23, and the 331 of Dustin Hall. But everything kind of filing out now. JD Sass is going to settle in for third. Fourth is Dylan Hutchison. Still 2-3 wide racing here behind your leader. The leader's loving what he's seeing. We're halfway through this one. 6 down, 6 to go. Chris Miller still out to a commanding lead, a little over a second now, almost a second and a quarter. Brendan Lacey says, no way, we're going to reel that in. He's got about a second. It's breaking out to about a second of a lead right now for Chris Miller as we've got 5 to go. Going to be 4 to go this time by the stripe. Your leader, Chris Miller, working his way out of turn number 4 down to the start-finish line. 4 to go for your leader. Still a lot of great racing here going on. The 3 machine of Hutchison to the top. The 269 of James Grace running the bottom. Still a great battle going on. The 331 of Dustin Hall is going to try and make it a 3-way battle here. 3 wide off the corner. It's going to break back down into 2 wide. And we're going to be 3 wide again. Man, that cone is just ever so creeping up on these drivers in the middle of that corner. It's going to catch somebody. These guys are racing so hard. I hate to see it, but it's you know, if you don't call it, it's not going to happen, you know. But, I mean, I don't want to see it happen, but these guys are racing so hard and cutting down like that. It's not so much of a dirty move to run your line, but it's, you know, and the 269 of Grace is going to have contact with the 3 of Hutchison, and they're all going to jostle around a little bit and catch it back up. And they're 1 to go. White flag is out for your leader, Chris Miller. Chris Miller, one more time around. This 23 machine gets a little loose. The 269 of James Grace is going to get into him and straighten him out. They're 3 wide battling. The 1 machine of Chris Miller is going to take the win here in your B main. So Chris Miller going to get that first starting spot at the back of the grid there. Brendan Lacey's going to come home second. Third is going to JD Sass. Fourth, Dustin Hall. Fifth, Dylan Hutchison. Sixth will go to James Grace. So all these guys moving into the A main, just trying to settle out those starting positions there. Seventh will go to Jonathan Smith. Eighth to Bo DeYoung. Ninth will go to the 31 of Pete Kiley. 10th went to Brett Buellman. And rounding out the field of the B main will be the 61 of Terry Landis. So another great run here in the B main. A lot of racing that happened there. We got 50 laps coming up here after this warm-up session. Gonna get these drivers out here, get the track burned in, and hopefully have some great racing when we come back from our national anthem. And we're back here with the Full Velocity Racing Network at the Lanier International Speedway with the Sim Addicts Pro Dirt Late Model Series. Some great racing here going on tonight. Here is where you watching the drivers here get some more warm-up laps going down on the track here, getting this track burned in for this 50-lap A main that's about to come up here in about 40 seconds. We'll get ready to go down to the starting grid here soon as these drivers out here getting their final tune in on their cars, figuring out how this track's going to handle with their setups, and a lot of different things they can do with these to get these cars set up and dialed in for this A main. So a lot of these guys coming out and doing some early practicing, some of these guys not having time to, you know, busy weeks and family stuff and all other good stuff that happens that keeps you away from going out and tinkering with the old toys in the garage. So these drivers get out here with these Pro Dirt Late models here on the iRacing.com simulator. For those of you that enjoy some modified racing, actually, you know, I should say, I don't know if they're doing supers or pros over at the on our sister broadcast, or the main broadcast, I should say, because they probably got a lot more viewers than we do tonight. But I would imagine with the money that's on the line at VLR at their spring fling race, that would be the main event for the night to pull everybody. But we're going to give you what we can here with the Pro Dirt Late Models. They got one heck of a field here at Addicts, so we're going to provide you with the racing coverage of that here tonight as we get ready to go down through our starting grid of the A main. And starting on the pole is going to be the 33 machine of Eric Stuckwich. Starting second, his outside, is going to be the number 46 machine of Sherman Underwood. Starting inside row number 2, in the third position will be the number 24 of Troy Stuckwich. And starting out his outside in the fourth position will be the number 18 of Joshua Hessen. Starting in the fifth position is going to be the number 17 of Justin Sick. And his outside in the sixth position is going to be the number 8 of Brian Lambert. Starting inside row number 4 is going to be the number 224 of Andrew Hawkins. And his dancing partner to his outside starting 8th will be the number 75 of Benji Killian. Starting 9th is going to be the number 00, or the double O knot machine of Scotty Gerbansky. Starting 10th, outside of row number 5, will be the number 1 of Chris Miller. Starting 11th will be the number 714 of Brennan Lacey. His dancing partner is outside in the 12th position is going to be the number 022 of JD Sass. Starting 13th inside of row number 7 is going to be the number 331 of Dustin Hall. Starting to his outside, the 14th position is going to be the number 3 of Dylan Hutchison. Starting 15th will be James Grace. 16th is going to be the number 23 of Jordan Smith. 17th is going to be the number 027 of Bodie Young. 18th will be Pete Kiley. 19th is going to be Brett Butelman. And starting 20th is, and the last car on the field will be the 61 of Terry Landis. So we are green flag racing here at Lanier International Speedway, and we are going to be diving off into turn number 1 with the 33 machine of Ethan Stuckwich out to an early lead. And he is going to be leading us around the field. He's going to take lap number 1 in the books, the 33 machine of Ethan Stuckwich. Go here. A lot of battling going on throughout this field currently. A lot of side-by-side racing, a lot of guys jostling for position. 20 cars out here bouncing around this racetrack, making it look like there's not a lot of real estate out there. We're 2 and 3 wide throughout this field. A lot of battling here. You got the double or not machine and the 75 machine. We're side by side. The double or not machine going to fall back to the clutches of the 1 machine now of Chris Miller. Chris Miller high side, the double or not machine going to be on the bottom. As we got a 3-way battle now between the 224, the 8, and the 18. So Andrew Hawkins, Josh Hessen, and Brian Lambert battling for the 4th position right now. Good battle going on there for that spot here early on the going here. Everybody a little bit everywhere here trying to figure out what's going to work, what won't work. Early on in this one, as we're already on lap 6 of 50, so we're going to have 44 laps to go. We're going to fall under caution. This looks like it's going to involve the double O knot machine, as well as the 022 of JD Sass. See if we can figure out exactly what happened here. Oh yeah, the 022 definitely. 022 running up against the wall. The 00 having the 331 of the Dustin Hall come up the track and just trying to keep it clean. And the 00 getting into the 022 into the outside wall, and big lick as the 00 got backed into the outside wall, and the 022 nowhere to go. Met that outside wall down the back stretch of the gate. Hit Lanier, claiming 2 victims already early on here tonight. Ethan Stuckwich currently your race leader. Troy Stuckwich currently running in second. Third place currently is Sherman Underwood. 4th, Andrew Hawkins. 5th, Joshua Hessen rounds out your current top 5. 6th is Brian Lambert. 7th is Benji Killian. 8th, the number 17 of Justin Sick. 9th, Brennan Lacey. And 10th, Chris Miller rounds out your current top 10 as we're working our way down the backstretch. The iRacing.com official pace truck about to dive off the racetrack. Lap number 9, coming to lap number 10, as we get back to green flag racing. The 33 machine of Ethan Stuckwich back to the lead. 24 machine of Troy Stuckwich falls in line on the bottom line there as they're working their way out of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway into 3. Following in line there, the 46 machine of Sherman Underwood to the high side. Andrew Hawkins currently running in the middle of the speedway. Looks like the 46 machine going to have the advantage on the top side off the cushion. We'll see how long that cushion stays up there with everybody trying to rail it to the corner. That cushion may fade here. Looks like it may be starting to fade on exit, as a lot of these guys are having to come down the track a little bit on the exit of the corner to keep from getting into that outside wall. The 224 machine to the outside of the 18, battle for fourth between Andrew Hawkins and Joshua Hessen. Josh Hessen to the bottom, Andrew Hawkins to the top. They are trying to work on the 46 of Sherman Underwood, but Sherman Underwood pulling away from them currently. 224 of Hawkins dives to the center of the corner, gets an advantage on the 18 of Hessen. Andrew Hawkins going to try and hold off the 18 machine. Hessen get a good run there coming off of turn number 3 as they're working their way through turns 4 right now. Looks like Hawkins going to have the advantage over Hessen, but Hessen is a little better through 1 and 2. Hessen pulls back alongside the 224 machine of Hawkins. The 46 machine of Underwood's going to get in the wall a little bit in turns 3 and 4 and allow the 18 machine of Hessen to try to catch up there. Hessen's going to pull ahead of Hawkins a little bit. Hessen's going to have the advantage over Hawkins currently, working lap number 18 of 50, or 17 of 50, excuse me. We're at the 46 machine running the top shelf of the speedway, so we'll see how long Sherman Underwood can hang on to the top side of the racetrack, as it is getting ever so close to the wall. But it looks like it's prevailing right now. That high side of the racetrack, running that cushion, that very thin line between fast or broken, and it is close to broken here tonight as they are all up against it. The 24 machine of Troy Stuckwich making the bottom work, and the 46 machine of Sherman Underwood making the high side work. So both lines there, the middle is also there. It all depends on how your car is set up and how you drive these corners here at the Lanier International Speedway tonight with Sim Addicts Dirt Pro Late Model Series. The 46 machine of Sherman Underwood still making the top side work, as this is probably about where the closest battle is right now. Your leader currently has about a little over a second, maybe a second and a quarter lead over the 24 Troy Stuckwich. So pretty sure there's family members there between Ethan and Troy, but those guys definitely making these guys work to get to where those guys are right now. Is Sherman Underwood's back almost 2.5 seconds, so definitely seeing some gap there, as we are just 3 laps shy of being halfway through this 50-lap A main here. See what kind of other battles we got going on the speedway right now as we're making our way through this race. And we're going to fall under caution once again. Looks like it's going to be the number 1 of Chris Miller. See if we can figure out exactly what's going on here for you guys. Scoring definitely showing. Looks like the 331 of Dustin Hall trying to swap things up here a little bit, going down the back straightaway. And the one machine getting sideways, completely sideways there, and he is able to correct it and keep going. So not exactly sure if that's what the caution was for, but iRacing might have said, hey, we've got an issue, and they went to look at it. Let's see if there's anything else going on here. Everything else seems to be pretty clean and green here. I don't see why anything else would have brought a caution out. I think he just kind of got turned to the point where iRacing said we might need a caution for this, and iRacing says, here we go, this is what the caution's for, and we're going to go back to green here very shortly. So working field down the back straightaway, 1 to green. Ethan Stuckwich still your race leader. Troy Stuckwich in second. Joshua Hessen currently third. Fourth is Sherman Underwood, and fifth currently Andrew Hawkins rounds out your top 5. Pace truck is down and away, and we are green flag racing here halfway through this 50-lap A main event. Ethan Stuckwich your current race leader. Troy Stuckwich currently running in second. He is going to be he was almost contested by the 45 of Sherman Underwood. Sherman Underwood running in third. We're going to be under caution one more time. This looks like it's going to involve the number 3 machine of Dylan Hutchison as he's around in turns 3 and 4. It looks just like Hutchison went to pitch the car off into the corner, and the 027 machine had to check up just a little bit, and allowed the 17 machine had to check up as well. And as the 3 machine was rotating in, he got a little help there from the 72 machine, and somewhat went around there. And the 3 machine gonna go around, and fortunately he wasn't hit by anybody as he rotated that machine back around and rejoined at the back of the field as he's gonna go to the back for the restart. So tough break for the number 3 of Hutchison, as he is now back to the 19th position as we pace around this Lanier International Speedway. I definitely want to go through and pretty sure it's going to be hit on mainstream, but due to the fact that we're here, we're going to go ahead and thank iRacing iFlag, Mr. Jeff Brown over there. Some outstanding guy there, does a lot of great work. I, for one, have his products here on my sim rig, and I will say they are second to none. But we're going to go green flag racing here, the iRacing.com official pace truck, down and away and on to pit road. The 33 of Ethan Stuckwich back to the early lead here. Going to allow the 24 machine of Troy Stuckwich back to second, as these two have been on a command streak of first and second here this whole race. So cat and dog chase there going on for those guys, and I think this race is finally starting to go down. I mean, single file restart. This race may start to single out here, as we may be getting into a race that's going to be held down to one lane. We'll probably see some guys try to funnel out here, but you're going to see some battling going on further back in the field, about third or fourth, maybe fifth. I think I saw a couple cars break. Yep, you have a couple cars side by side there. Looks like that may be the 331 of Dustin Hall and the one of Chris Miller. Hall on the bottom. He's got some net code going on right now. Chris Miller going to try and swap him up. Chris Miller throws the crossover down the front straightaway. It'll be the 331 of Hall to the outside. They're going to make a little contact there. No harm, no foul. Hard racing going on. The one machine looks like he's going to pull the point. Chris Miller, the 331 of Dustin Hall to the bottom. Hall on the bottom. Miller up top, working their way off of turn number 2. Miller going to have the advantage that time by. Dustin Hall still working the bottom. Miller still making the high side work. So the high side is running faster and smoother for the one machine of Miller. Hall trying to make the bottom work still. Doesn't seem to quite be there. He needs to try something different. He needs to work on that throttle pedal a little bit. Needs to work on that brake, get that thing going, and get that thing rotating. He may have picked the wrong gear to try to battle, as Miller's going to bounce off the outside while he may pay for this. As 331 of Hall is going to try to battle back on the inside, but not going to make it that time, as the outside looks like it may prevail. The 714 with a slider on the 8 machine. So that's going to be a big deal for them back there, as we're almost going to be 3 wide here with the 331 of Hall, the 1 of Miller, and it looks like the 75 machine is working his way into the mix there, and that is going to be a good battle going on there. The 75 machine of Benji Killian working his way into this mix, but looks like Miller's going to work his way back to the bottom as he's cleared Hall. Hall's going to slide up a little bit. He needs to be careful doing that. He's going to allow the 75 of Killian into that battle, is now that is what is exactly happening. The 75 machine of Killian going to work to the inside of 331 of Hall, 331 of Hall to the high side to try to hold on to that position. But hang on, because lap traffic is about to play a role in this one, as your leader, the 33 machine of Ethan Stuckwich, is approaching the 31 machine of Pete Kiley. So we're going to see what's going on with your leader now. We're going to keep an eye on that, because this may be a game changer, as we have 10 to go. Ethan Stuckwich now got to work through lap traffic. He's around the 31 machine of Kiley. The 24 of Troy now working his way under the 31 machine. Didn't quite have it on exit. The 31 machine in the outside wall a little bit scraped it. Is going to rotate and come off the corner just fine. But the 33 machine of Ethan Stuckwich currently away from lap traffic. The 24 machine of Troy Stuckwich is currently away from lap traffic. So these guys working their way around the speedway with 7 to go this time by the stripe. For your leader, Ethan Stuckwich. Ethan Stuckwich, currently your race leader. He's led every lap, I believe, from start to this point in the race. Stuckwich still working through the corners here. Down the front straightaway, 6 to go for your leader. Still got a battle going on between Dustin Hall and Chris Miller. Chris Miller and Killian now going at it. James Grace is now in that mix now, the 269 on the bottom. 4 to go for your leader this time by. Chris Miller bounced off the. We're going to fall under caution here. This one may end under caution. Or we may have a one-lap shootout, one of the two. But we are going to have a wreck here on the speedway on lap 47. What a tragic mess that was. I think that was the 8 machine. Yeah, that's going to be the 8 machine of Brian Lambert getting involved in that. He came up off of turn number 4, I believe it was, or 2 actually. Come off of 2, and coming up off of turn number 2, got a little bit of the wall and stayed in it, and he just plastered it. And the wedge nose of the 23 machine just completely rocked him up and over and pushed him out of the way of the 8 machine. Tough break for Brian Lambert there. Currently running in the top 10 when this all unfolded. Unfortunately for him, that's going to be how his night is probably going to end after he's just stay out, try to run this out as we're on the last lap here. Coming to the checkered here, your iRacing.com official pace truck going to bring the field down to the checkered flag. Your race winner is going to be Ethan Stuckwich in the 33. Troy Stuckwich is in the 24, going to home second. Third is going to go to Andrew Hawkins in the 224 machine. Fourth to Joshua Hessen in the number 18. Dustin Hall in the number 331 is going to round out your top 5. Sixth place is going to go to the number 269 of James Grace. Seventh place is going to be the number 1 of Christopher Miller. Eighth is going to go to the number 75 of Benji Killian. Ninth to Brendan Lacey in the number 714. And 10th is going to be the 027 of Bo DeYoung. 11th is going to go to JD Sass. 12th place is going to go to the number 23 of Jonathan Smith. 13th is going to go to the number 772 of Brett Bieldeman. 14th place belongs to the number 17 of Justin Sick. 15th will be Terry Landis. 16th, Dylan Hutchison. 17th will be Brian Lambert after his incident there to bring out that final caution. 18th will go to Pete Kiley. 19th will be Sherman Underwood, and unofficially your top 20 will go to the double or not machine of Scotty Gerbansky. Great racing here at the Lanier National Speedway, but we're going to go down here and see if we can catch up with some of these drivers and get some interviews for the Full Velocity Racing Network. So we'll be right back with the Full Velocity Racing Network post-race show.
Sound music.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we're back at the Full Velocity Racing Network post-race show where I have caught up with the third place finisher here tonight at the Sim Addicts Pro Dirt Late Model Series with Andrew Hawkins, the driver of the number 224 machine. Congratulations on your third place finish tonight. How about you take us through that one, as there was some wild racing going on there as you guys were battling it out there through that 50-lap A-main.
Yeah, it got real slick. The Stuckwich boys, they had their cars set pretty good. They kind of got one line around the bottom and the top. It just didn't come in like the bottom was, even though it slicked off.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like it did kind of go one lane there, but there was a lot of guys behind you guys that were left and right, top, bottom, middle. But like you said, I think it come down to the Stuckwich guys had their cars set up pretty good, but you guys definitely put on a great show out there. I mean, they were they were fast, but you had just a fast enough car to be out there on the podium to get that podium finish tonight. So I'm gonna hand the microphone back to you and let you go through and thank whoever it is that helped get you to this podium finish here to that third place finish tonight at the Addicts Pro Dirt Late Model Tour.
Yeah, I want to thank the guys over at HSR. They helped me quite a bit. Justin Sick, he's leads that, and he's helped me quite a bit. Also, I need to thank Black Jesus and keep telling Dylan Hutchison to keep him or have him on board, but he just doesn't do it, and he hasn't won one yet.
Yeah, that definitely could play a factor. Everybody needs a little bit of Jesus in their life. That's definitely needs to get one of those little figurines or something and attach it to the roll bar with a zip tie, and maybe that might be what he needs.
Absolutely.
Yeah, congratulations on the third place finish, and I'll let you go celebrate with the team on your podium finish here tonight at the Addicts Pro Dirt Model Tour.
Thanks.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to work my way down through the crowd here and see if I can't catch up with the number 24 machine of Troy Stuckwich, as he is finished in the second position tonight here at the Addicts Pro Dirt Late Model Tour. Troy, how about you walk us through your night there and tell us what do you think it would have took for you to catch Ethan tonight here at Lanier International Speedway?
Man, I think the couple times when I kissed the wall going down the back straightaway, that slowed me down a little bit because before it was either that second or third caution right before we went single file. I was starting to catch Ethan because I found something, but then on restarts I just get out of my rhythm. I can't. It takes me a couple laps to get it back again.
Yeah, definitely seeing a couple times everybody getting in the wall and that wall eating a lot of people up tonight. Definitely not something you want to see, but always it seems to be the character of Lanier International Speedway, that wall. I mean, a few of the tracks here on iRacing Simulator, it does have that wall, and it likes to play games with us while we're out there trying to get things get down and dirty and get the business done. But that wall definitely plays a factor as well. So I want to hand the microphone back to you and let you go through and let us know who it is that helped get you this podium finish the second tonight.
Uh, I need to thank, first of all, I need to thank Blake Mosley over at CTC Motorsports for allowing me to come aboard to help me out a little bit. He does a lot for me on my dirt side of things and on the asphalt side. And I need to also thank my brother Ethan for helping me with the setup for tonight. I appreciate that. And then I really wanted to get the one tonight for a buddy of mine I just lost. 25, Brett Corvers passed away Thursday, and I really wanted to get the win, but Ethan still brought the win home, so that's all that really matters to me. So
Yeah, definitely seeing that loss and the morning of that tragedy. Saw read something about that on Facebook. I wasn't 100% sure who it was myself, but apparently it hits home and it's pretty close for a lot of people. So they send sorrow your way for your loss and your mourning there, and I'll let you go celebrate with your brother the win, and I'm sure here in a moment he'll dedicate that, but we'll let him do that. So congratulations on your second place finish, and we'll hopefully get to talk to you here, and this will maybe this will become a tradition here and have you in the booth with us.
hopefully, thank you guys.
You're welcome. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Troy Stuckwich, your second place finisher here tonight at the Addicts Pro Dirt Late Model Tour. And we're going to work our way down to Victory Lane here, where we're going to find the number 33 machine of Ethan Stuckwich. So Ethan, congratulations on your first place finish here tonight. How about you walk us through that race and tell us how you went through that? Because I mean, if I was sitting in your shoes and not knowing what's going on behind me, I would be nervous.
Yeah, I know Troy was talking about the restart before we went single file. I don't know, something happened in my car. I don't know if maybe I kissed the wall or something, and it started getting really, really loose on me. And then we went single file, and it started to tighten back on me. And I think with about like 15, like somewhere around there, it finally got back to how it was driving earlier in the race, and I was pulling away from him.
Yeah, you definitely a good race up front there. You were able to hold that commanding lead and come out with a dominating finish here and take home that W. Uh, Definitely a commanding performance here tonight at the Lanier National Speedway. You definitely had the car dialed in for the track. Like you said, you thought it went away, but from what we could see, you definitely had that thing set up and rolling pretty good. Looked like you were on rails out there for the most part. But I'm gonna hand this wonderful Full Velocity Racing Network microphone back to you and let you go through and thank whoever it is that helped get you to this first place podium tonight here at the Sim Addicts Lanier National Speedway Pro Dirt Late Model Tour.
First of all, I gotta say a huge shout out to the guys over at C2C Motorsports. They've really helped me improve here over the last month or two on the dirt side. Just helping me out with a few setup tricks, and then same thing on the asphalt side. And one thing, and I don't know if it showed up on the broadcast or not, but I'm not running my normal car or my normal number. I actually made a tribute rap for like Troy was talking about. A good family friend of ours passed away late last week, so we're happy to bring the win home for him.
And not sure exactly which one that one would be. I'm gonna take a guess here. I got a yellow, red, and black number 33.
Yeah, I don't know. It should be white and red and blue.
Well, maybe on the broadcasting it's different, but for myself on the microphone, I was running Trading Paints and it's not the one that you want to see. Hopefully it turned out for you. But Trading Paints is having some issues, so we're not gonna we'll do see what happens. But yeah, congratulations on your win tonight, and hopefully it seemed pretty dominating and probably be a tradition to see you here back in the booth.
Yeah, I hope so. With school and all, I really don't get a chance to run much anymore, so I just run when I can. And it was kind of a last minute decision. I know Troy's battling for a championship, so I said I can't let that happen.
Heck yeah, good job tonight, and yeah, with the amount of time you had put in there, great outcome for the night for you guys, and I'll let you guys go celebrate your victory, and get that. We'll send our thoughts and prayers towards the 25 Machines family, and we'll get that. We'll definitely send those prayers out there for that family, help them through this time of need.
Hey, thanks, buddy.
Yep, you guys have a great night, and I'll send you back down there to celebrate with your team, and we'll be by here in a little while for to share some beers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for a wrap here for us at the Lanier International Speedway with Sim Addicts Pro Dirt Late Model Tour. We will see you next time here on Full Velocity Racing Network. I am Raging Ron Piles and Jack Truant on controls.